Spring morning. We're on the Atlantic City Boardwalk, just across from Boardwalk Hall, near the pavilion where the Miss America candidates used to pose for photos. Now sit back and enjoy What Did Delaware?
That's what she did wear. 1, 2, 3, 4, oh.
I am not going to talk.
I've passed you many times walking on the boardwalk.
Really?
I guess you walk more than you talk.
I'm a private person.
I understand. My name is Jim, and we pass each other every day on the boardwalk, and yesterday you nodded to me, and I nodded back.
I didn't notice you or nod. What you took as a nod was merely the natural up and down motion of my head.
Okay. You don't exactly gush to strangers, so I will never utter another word, nor nod my head to you, as long as you say 2 words. Go away. Say it. Say it.
I'll go on.
I'm Jim.
I'm Karen.
Tough name to look around.
Is that so?
Karen. K-A-R-E-N. Karen is a pejorative term used to depict white women who use their privilege to demand their own way.
You think any woman named Karen doesn't know what Karen means? Believe me, Tom.
Jim.
Isn't it time for you to say, what's a nice woman like you doing in a place like this?
What's a woman like you doing in a place like this?
If you must know, just remembering.
So am I.
I don't know you, Tom.
Jim, if we chat, maybe I'll learn a little something about you.
Jim, do I want you to know a little something about me?
Maybe you just mentioned remembering.
Well, the past is memorable for me. The present isn't any bed of roses.
Why isn't the present any bed of roses?
You see, for a quarter of a second, I see something. And I say to myself, so-and-so would like that. I'll tell them, or I'll send it to them. And within that same quarter of a second, I remember that so-and-so is dead.
I understand.
And do you understand that during the pandemic, I stayed away from people so I could survive? And now I finally feel safe, and there's no one to talk to. And when I look at my life expectancy, it is 147 months.
You have family?
A divorce, a death, and a child from each. They only text.
Grandkids?
One. She tolerates me.
Work?
Yes. I raised 2 kids. In my first marriage, I was the trophy. He was the man. My second marriage was for love. So, I had to work. I became an executive assistant. I was good.
You mentioned you had a memorable past.
You're a bit forward.
Both in and out of business. I owe any success I've had to having been 15 minutes early and just a little bit forward. Can you remember it?
This is where I posed with the other girls for publicity pictures for the Miss America pageant.
Miss America.
No, I was Miss Delaware. Do you believe me?
Why not? You are a nice-looking woman, and you don't seem like an escapee from the loony bin.
Are you patronizing me, James?
I prefer jail, but not at all. So tell me, how did you get to be Miss Delaware?
I lived in Cape May. Jim, many beautiful girls from New York used fake addresses in New Jersey to enter as contestants, so I moved across the water to Lewis, Delaware.
You just entered the Miss Delaware contest and won?
In Jersey, I won the Hamilton Blueberry pageant and placed second in the Cape May County contest. Then I won Miss Rowe with H in Delaware.
It must have been something else.
Not all Miss America candidates are drop-dead gorgeous. If you're trim, have decent features, your hair, makeup, and gown are all done to perfection, you can win. Not that I was downright ugly. Observe my bone structure. You'll see I was a pretty girl. In the Delaware contest, I finished third.
Third? You said you won.
I said I was Miss Delaware, true. Right after the vote, the second place winner decided to start medical school. Then, the night before the pageant, the first place winner was caught in a torrid affair with one of the judges. So, I became Miss Delaware in the Miss America pageant.
Great story.
Great. I won. And yet, I didn't. I never had another moment of fame in my life.
Most people get no moments. You had yours, Miss Delaware, the Miss America pageant.
Well, and today, for the first time in 50 years, I stopped here, across from Boardwalk Hall.
No kidding.
Back then it was called Convention Hall. I remember parading onto the stage in a Christian Dior gown, alabaster white, like a wedding gown Emily Dickinson and I had worn. Actually, they were married. I performed a scene from The Belle of Amherst. Later, the hall hushed for my Emily Dickinson poem. I'm nobody, who are you? You could hear a pin drop.
Say it for me.
That was in public, it's personal now.
Please, recite it one more time.
I haven't rehearsed it.
Just wing it.
You were in sales.
Marketing.
Ah. All right. I'm nobody. Who are you? Are you nobody too? Then there's a pair of us. Don't tell, they'd advertise, you know. How dreary to be somebody. How public, like a fraud, to tell one's name the livelong June to an admiring Bob. Sometimes when I walk on the boardwalk, I look right there. I think of those days when I was as famous as I would ever be.
You didn't talk much when I first got here, but you sure do roll right along once you get warmed up.
But you don't.
What's to say?
What's to say? I just told you, a total stranger, quite a lot, and now you won't reciprocate.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I open up for the first time in a long while, and this man says I'm sorry? That's not good enough, mister. Do you have family?
I would rather not talk about that.
I didn't ask what you'd rather do. There's a lot of things I'd rather do than interrogate a stranger, but that's where we're at. Do you have a family?
I'm divorced.
Say something about that. It doesn't have to be as long as war and peace. Just say something.
Still hurts. son, Michael, always a prince. My grandson, Jimmy, fires up my life.
Thank you. A memorable moment, perhaps?
It was a long time ago.
So is mine. When we're old, there's a lot of past.
It was public then, it's private now.
It's already happened. Even if you tell me, you'll still have it.
Well, in college, I played basketball for St. Joe's. I was a backup to the backup point guard. Played Temple right here at Convention Hall. We had a lot of injuries, even on top scorer. So I started, and that smell of peanuts and cotton candy, that giant stage that you were on, I just loved Convention Hall.
I know.
On the court, strange power came over me when I went up for a rebound or a shot. It was as if I would levitate.
Wow.
The crowd became my dance partners. I faked and juked and sneakers squeaked on that polished floor. Oh, I was dancing, and then shot after shot went in. We beat Temple by 2. I was the game's high scorer. Some game. But I never again approached that night on the Atlantic City boardwalk when I shot at the moon and hit it.
Oh, sad.
Yes. But later, I realized that I had been given one night to play over my head when I danced with 10,000 people. I feel blessed. And you, Miss Delaware, you feel guilty. If you wear a crown, put your head up high, or the crown will fall off.
And you, who once performed in front of 10,000 people, today found the courage to confide in just one. I lied. I did not chew on the boardwalk.
There's a coffee shop up on Mississippi and the boardwalk, and a booth there is just calling our names.
Okay, Karen and Tom. Jim.
That's what she did. That's what she did. Oh, right. Oh,
I am not going to talk.
All right, here we go. In Brothers Forever by Jim O'Hara, longtime fraternity brothers Rocco and Rory unexpectedly run into some people from their past at an event. Enjoy Brothers Forever.
Just like the old days, sitting around the frat house drinking brewskis.
Yep, except it's 40 years and 20 pounds later.
20 pounds, I wish.
Hey, thanks again for taking me in.
Once a brother, always a brother, Rory.
To brotherhood.
Cheers.
Oh man, I still can't believe that she's gone. We were together for 35 years.
If you start that crying again, I'll kick your ass to the curb.
I'm sorry, Rocco. I'm okay. It's just hard.
Ah, enough of that self-pity shit. Then you gotta get, bam, back in the game.
I mean, I tried speed dating after Sarah passed.
I tried Zumba after my third wife left me. Lots of healthy, horny females.
And what happened?
Oh man, Zumba was going great. Until two hefty broads hip-checked my ass to the floor for moving too close to their favorite spot.
Oh man, that image is so funny in my head.
It wasn't funny. I did 2 months of physical therapy, my back's still screwed up.
So, no sweating with the oldies at the singles bar then?
Hell no. Besides, in Florida, happy hour starts at 3, so you don't miss the early bird specials at 4.
Well, so much for it's always 5 o'clock somewhere.
If I don't get laid soon, my head's gonna explode. I'm already getting tension headaches and migraines are right around the corner.
Yeah, well, too bad you didn't make it up for Sarah's memorial service. And there were dozens of ladies offering sympathy and casseroles. I mean, I didn't have to cook or go to the supermarket for like 6 weeks.
That's it. Rory, you're a genius.
But I don't understand. You want to go to the Publix and hang around the prepared food section?
No, we can check out funerals. There's always lots of available women, and we can stock up on food at the reception afterwards.
God, that's perverted.
It's perfect. We get laid and get fed at the same time. One-stop shop.
I guess it has potential.
I swear I'll kill myself after cruise Whole Foods and Walmart again. The way those people dress, you can't tell the men from the women.
All right, look, I'll go as your wingman, but it's still way too early for me to even think about being with another woman.
Get today's paper. Let's check out the obit section for some prospects.
God, that's a sick idea.
You got a better one?
All right, if we're gonna Google obits, Google legacy.com, right? There should be a Sarasota section.
Okay, here goes.
Okay.
Kevin R. Coleman. Kevin was a retired firefighter from New York City. He is survived by daughter, granddaughter, great-granddaughter. Damn, how old is this guy anyway?
Yeah, it says here he was 95.
Oh, that's too old. Many women there would need resuscitation for foreplay, and smelling salts is an aphrodisiac. Who's next?
Let's see. Oh, here's one. Jonathan Potke. Jonathan enjoyed participating in sports with his 2 sons. He had a robust appetite and could speak for days about his favorite meals.
Details.
He is survived by his wife of 10 years, and he was... Oh, here it is. Oh, only 35?
Damn, that's young. That's when I met my second ex-wife.
No, it's sad. They had so little time together.
This is gonna be harder than I thought. Okay, here goes. I found another one.
You read it, I can't.
Don't start that weepy shit.
I'm okay, just read.
Okay, here goes. Third time's the charm. Patrick John Gray was a credit to his community. Passed at 55, an active member of the Arcadia Community Theater. Patrick is survived by his life partner, Francis Tapp of Sarasota, Florida. A celebration of Patrick's life will be held at the Perfect Jefferson Funeral Home in Nokomis, Florida.
Oh, where's that?
Oh, down the road, 75, about 20 minutes. And bingo! Born in 1969! Perfect age!
I don't know, this seems a little strange.
And catch this. After the service, Francis invites members of their community to a reception at Carmen's restaurant to celebrate Patrick's life.
We can't show up pretending to know the deceased, can we?
It's an open invitation to, and I quote, members of their community, end quote.
I guess it's couldn't hurt to check it out.
Oh, and those theater bras. Oh, you know, empathetic, needy, easy, baby.
I'll watch your back, but I am not interested in anything else.
Get dressed. It starts in an hour. And don't forget the Tupperware. We'll have leftover for days. You would have been here a half hour ago if you didn't miss the extra of 75.
Fix that. We're here now, all right? So let's just go in and pay our respects. Rocco, please show some Rocco, please show some respect to the deceased and the decor.
Shit, there's no one here. Let's split.
Who would have thought we'd end up like this? We made it through AIDS.
Given the eulogy,
We made it
rude
through
to leave now.
COVID. And then that damn Ian came and kicked us in the crotch.
It sounds like it's almost over.
We made it through all that hatred for years. And then he fell off a stupid roof because he wanted to check the tiles himself after the hurricane.
What's he talking about?
Quiet! He was so stubborn. But he was my life and my love.
This is a bust. There's no women around here.
I told him to wait for the professional roofers, but he said it could take days.
Let's get out of here.
Please come in and join us. Thank you for coming.
Is he talking to us? Oh shit, he's coming over here.
Patrick would be so pleased. Thank you.
Yeah, we are so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. How did you know Patrick? Are you from his theater group?
Oh, we worked on some stuff together.
Yeah.
I thought I knew all the actors in the troupe.
Rocco here worked more behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Anyhow, welcome. How long have you two been together?
Oh no! We're not together. Not like that.
Yeah, no. We were fraternity brothers back in the day. You know, he took me in after my wife passed earlier this year. He's always been family.
I'm sorry for your loss too.
No, thank you.
Family is so important. My sister flew down from Philadelphia to be with me.
You got a sister?
Lorraine, come over and meet. Oh, I'm sorry. What are your names?
Oh my God! Rocco Morelli and Rory.
Cahill, Rory Cahill.
Holy shit!
Is it Larry?
Little Larry Taft from South Philly?
Well, it's Lorraine now, but yeah, that's me.
You all know each other?
Oh, we were fraternity brothers back in St. Philadelphia.
Taft was plague master when we joined the fraternity.
He put us through hell and back.
What are you two guys doing at a gay funeral?
Well, Rocco here thought that funerals would be a good place to meet vulnerable females.
Still chasing skirts at your age? Some things will never change.
Guilty.
And other things change a lot there, Lorraine.
Guilty.
So, well, what's the story?
Well, it's been a long journey, but I'm finally comfortable with who I am.
Well, I can respect that. I don't understand it, but
I
can...
don't understand it at all. That's for damn sure.
It's complicated.
Well, it's not something that I would have expected back when we were fraternity brothers.
Me either.
I don't want to break up this unexpected reunion, but there's another funeral scheduled in 15 minutes.
Oh, sorry, Fran, we got carried away.
Well, we gotta get going anyway.
Yeah. It was nice to see you again, Lorraine.
Traffic's gonna build up something terrible.
Yeah, we have no right being here, imposing on your grief.
It's no imposition at all. Patrick would have enjoyed meeting you.
Come on, Lorraine.
Hey, listen, guys. Why don't you join us at the restaurant? You three have got a lot to catch up on.
Oh, yes, we do.
You're certain that you don't mind having a couple imposters tagging along?
Any brother of Lorraine's is my brother too. We're all family.
Rocco?
Can't say no to a brother.
All right. You want to ride with us, Lorraine?
Oh, sure. We can talk on the way. Is that okay with you, Fran?
Sure, go ahead, Lorraine. We'll see you at the restaurant.
Carmen's right off 75?
Right.
Oh, hit it, pledges!
Signature!
Signature!
Brothers forever!
I'm gonna regret this.
More time for Brothers Forever. Our material is so good, we bring it to children's parties. Join the gown, ladies and gentlemen.
I have two songs. The first song is my favorite song of all time. See if any of you recognize it. In the chilly hours and minutes of uncertainty, I long to be in the warm home of your loving mind. To feel you all around me and to take your hand no longer stand. Ah, but I may as well try and catch the wind. When rain has hung the leaves with tears, I want you near to kill my fears, to help me to leave all my blues behind. For me to love you now would be the sweetest thing, would make me sing. Ah, but I may as well try and catch the wind. When sundown pales the sky, I want to hide a while behind your smile. And everywhere I look, your eyes I find. For standing in your heart is where I long to be and I wish to be. Ah, but I may as well try and catch the wind. 1965, Donovan. My favorite color, obviously, is orange. And I think the main reason is there's a redheaded girl I once knew. Because red hair is actually orange. So this song is called Red Hair. Spanish town. You with your red hair, me with my brown. Down by the corner at the edge of the water, the wind blew the Santa Maria around. Blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh, come let me lie down on your tenderness. Blood of my blood, eyes of my eyes, take down your red hair and kiss me goodnight. Well, I left Barcelona for the land of the bankers. I pulled up my anchor and left you behind. And in the arms of another, a much blonder lover, I missed a pale fire, seen her eyes. Blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh, come let me lie down on your tenderness. Blood of my blood, eyes of my eyes, take down your red hair and kiss me goodnight. When you can't aim, your heart love's a dangerous weapon. In the space of a second, you know it all can explode. For when it first comes, it's all bugles and drums. And then when it goes, it just goes. So put your hand in the fire and I'll tell your fortune. Now that your worst fears have all been confirmed. For when it's at the wire, I'll be your best liar. The first one to leave you, the last to return. Blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh, come let me lie down on your tenderness. Blood of my blood, eyes of my eyes, take down your red hair and kiss me goodbye. Thanks for listening, guys.
Right there. All right, here we go. Our next play is called Cheap Therapy by Edward Shakespeare. We are on a boardwalk in a South Jersey town. It's 2 weeks after Labor Day during Indian summer. And there's a Ferris wheel and a merry-go-round still open for the weekends. Favorite time for locals and savvy visitors. Now, it's present day now. Close your eyes and think about being 2 generations ago. That's where this play happens. Cheap Therapy.
Watch the
Dr. Seltzer, is this really the world's cheapest therapy?
Who knows?
But the sign says world's cheapest therapy.
Don't believe everything you read.
But it's your sign. Shouldn't I believe it?
Of course not. You look like you're in college, maybe Villanova?
I didn't know that you were a psychic.
You look about 21 and you're wearing a shirt that says Nova.
No. Look, I have an important problem and I have no money.
That means you have 2 important problems.
Well, when I say I have no money, I mean I have almost no money. Now, I drove down from Philadelphia and I have enough gas to get back and money for tolls, but only a few extra bucks, and well, that's for food and therapy. But I have a much bigger problem than being broke, and my friends at school, they see you here, mostly in the summer, and they say that your seltzer therapy is both the world's best and the world's cheapest. But how can that be?
It's yin and yang.
I'm not sure what that means.
Right now, you don't have to. So, sign the paper.
There's paper that says waiver.
Yeah, sign it and date it.
I never sign anything I don't read.
Oh, a smart man never signs anything he doesn't read. So sign it.
But didn't you just say a smart man never signs anything he doesn't read?
But I never said you were smart.
I'm to Villanova. This waiver is really long.
Of course it's long. That's so no one will have the patience to read it. Basically it says, you won't hold me responsible for anything, even if I shoot you. So be a good typical American and worry more about Hollywood stars and fancy cars than a waiver you didn't read. Just sign already. Good. So, you're Gene. Well, Gene, the price for therapy, paid in advance, is $1 a minute with a 30-second minimum. How many minutes you want?
30 seconds worth.
Leave it for the kid. Shoot!
I have this girlfriend, May, at college, and she wants to get engaged to be engaged.
She wants to get engaged twice?
No, she wants to get engaged to be engaged, so that when we graduate in June, we'll be engaged to be married in 2 more Junes from that.
That's 1 May and 2 engaged and 3 Junes and 33 months from now.
Right.
This girlfriend May, she has a grandmother on the mother's side?
I don't know.
You're thinking about getting engaged to be engaged to someone you know so well. You don't even know if she has a grandmother on the mother's side?
I mean, I think she does. Oh, I saw a picture at her mother's house.
This girlfriend May, she's pretty and has a nice figure, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
Wait. But you didn't solve my problem. The big problem is that May is insisting on an answer tonight.
May wants an answer to a possible June wedding in September?
You solved one of my maternity brother's problems in 10 seconds.
What was the problem?
He asked you if he should drop out of school, and you said no.
With cheap therapy, the advice you get is succinct.
My fraternity brother said that advice is going to cost him 50 cents and 50 grand.
But it will make him $1 million.
All right, look, I've only got enough money for another 30 seconds worth of therapy. Because the rest of my available cash, that's for a hamburger and a Coke at McDonald's. So please, just finish the therapy in 30 seconds.
We must cut to the heart of the problem immediately. Now, Gene, I demand an instantaneous answer to the following question. When May, after many Junes, is in the September of her life and looks like that grandmother in the picture you saw, will you still be crazy about her? A split-second hesitation is a split second too much. The answer to your question is no.
Because I hesitated a split second?
Yes, and the answer is also no because you love her looks more than you love her. And the answer is no because who drives 60 miles each way to ask advice of a cheap therapist unless you are hoping for no? And the answer is no because when anyone insists on an answer tonight, the answer is always no. So to answer your question about whether you should get engaged to be engaged, the answer is no, and no, and no, and no.
Are you sure?
Yes, you're hot for this girl, so cool on. And no lawsuit for shooting you. Being shot is a key part of the therapy. Remember, you signed the waiver. Now, go have your hamburger and Coke. And you remind the fraternity brothers that the therapy goes only until mid-December. That's when I go to Boca. And if they miss me then, they'll have to wait until spring.
Dr. Seltzer,
May I help you?
I heard about you and I drove all the way from Long Beach Island to see you.
Would you like an egg cream?
You sell egg creams?
I sell therapy. I give egg creams. Milk? Now it's gotta be You Bet chocolate syrup. And then we put lots of salsa. Stir with a spoon. Gotta stir it good. And then we serve with a straw.
Thank you. I heard your therapy is reasonable.
Reasonable therapy with an unreasonable price. $1 a minute. Sign the waiver.
I heard you're trustworthy. What does the waiver say?
It says you can't sue me even if I cause physical, emotional, or nutritional harm.
You give nutritional advice?
Ah, but what if you got sick from the egg cream? Just sign the waiver. So, you're Marie Louise, a pretty name for a pretty woman. How much therapy you want?
We'll start with a minute.
Okay. The clock is running.
I'll get right to the point. My father is a doctor, and he is pressuring me to go to med school next semester. I want to be a singer.
You are too stupid to be either.
I beg your pardon. Did you just call me stupid?
Don't beg my pardon, and I won't beg yours. Did I just call you stupid? In a word, of course.
I have great board scores, and I get straight A's in grad school. I am not stupid.
Stupidity is a serious problem. It may take up to 2 minutes before you admit you're stupid. Can you afford that much therapy?
You're a strange doctor.
You're a strange patient. Plus, you're stupid. So, you're still in graduate school?
I've been working and going to college and grad school 6 credits at a time since I was 18.
What the hospital you been working at?
None. I've been singing.
Where? What?
AC, Philly, New York, musicals, concerts, jazz clubs, and recordings.
So I guess you do volunteer work for the first aid?
I'm really busy. Any volunteering is with a choir.
You know, a non-stupid patient can get therapy in a minute. That isn't you. Before the buzzer rings again, pay up another $1 for being so stupid. Now, for the next 50 years, when your alarm clock goes off in the morning, who has to get up and go to work? You or your father?
I do.
Now I give you a choice. Cut out my gallbladder or sing for me, whichever one makes you more comfortable. Here's 50 cents in change because you don't need the other 30 seconds therapy. As long as you can say one thing.
I am stupid!
What a smart thing to say! Today, you have received a free egg cream, and for $1.50, you have saved hundreds of thousands in malpractice insurance. Come back and see me again in the spring, and show me what 6 more months of performance and training can do for an already beautiful voice. And just so you don't ever become a diva, I give you this.
Are you Dr. Jerome Seltzer?
In a manner of speaking.
My friends at Margate recommended you.
Oh, yes. Margate needs a lot of therapy.
But I live in Ventnor.
They need even more. Sign the waiver.
I never sign anything I don't read.
Everybody signs things they don't read.
What does the waiver say?
Basically, it says, I could give you the worst advice in the world, then shoot you, and you'd hold me harmless.
Here.
So you're Hazel Montrose?
Yes. Dr. Seltzer, where did you get your doctorate?
I didn't.
So you're not a doctor?
Well, good thing I'm not. What kind of a real doctor would be here on the boardwalk with a pushcart and an umbrella selling therapy for $1 a minute with a 50-second minimum?
But how can I trust that your therapy will give me good advice?
You can't! You want a lot for $1 a minute, don't you, Hazel? So, how many hours you want?
Well, my friend said you gave him good advice in a minute.
When the issues are complex, sometimes the therapy takes longer, maybe a minute and a half.
Do you take Visa?
The business is all cash.
I'll take 1 minute.
The clock is running.
My life is being ruined because I'm too nice. Everyone says I'm too nice.
No one says that of me.
Well, I am too nice.
It's not nice that is your problem. It's not being assertive that is your problem.
You think?
I know.
But you know, I'm also really lonely.
That's because you're not assertive.
If I'm assertive, then I'll lose my friends.
Baloney, what friends? Not being assertive will get you many acquaintances, but no friends. Being assertive will get you enemies, but it will also get you friends.
Really?
Now I am assertive.
You sure are.
I assert your time is up.
I'll take another 30 seconds.
30 seconds? Weak. Be assertive.
How?
Live life on the edge. Go for a buck.
I guess I can risk it. 10, 20, 25, 30, 40, and $1. Dr. Seltzer, what made you go into therapy?
As a patient or as a doctor? For years, I was a patient. I paid a lot. Now I'm the doctor, and I charge a little.
The irony.
The yin and the yang. But let's get started, because the clock is now running, and time is a-wasted. And there's no time to waste, because You're no spring chicken.
I'm what?
You're no kid. Live a little. I'm no kid either.
I failed to get your
Point. Summer's over. It's cold soon, so heat up.
What?
Ever sleep with a doctor?
How dare you?
You visit doctors, you pay them. It's all so impersonal. Sleep with one. I'm unmarried. You're a very attractive woman. You're unmarried?
A widow. But that's none of your business.
You came for advice. I'm giving it. Sleep with a doctor, you weak marshmallow.
Weak marshmallow?
Powder puff, cotton candy, will-o'-the-wisp, marshmallow.
Why, you impudent.
Instead of a backbone, you have a marshmallow bone. You namby-pamby pushover. You spineless. You don't have the guts to do that again. 3 times is a charm. I dare you!
Oh, I lost my head. I was so mad.
Time's up. An apology would set you back another 50 cents. How do you feel?
How do I feel? How do I feel? You know, I feel great.
Salsa is very effective therapy.
I was assertive and it felt good to shoot you. It was good therapy for me.
You think the therapy is for you, the therapy is for me.
Well, it was good for both of us. But, I don't feel totally cured.
You'll need repeat visits. Your total bill could run well past $7 or $8.
Well, everything has its price. I'll be back tomorrow. Dress for dinner.
Now, my therapist said, you know, you have anxiety, there's things you should do, you know, and all that. Said you should get out and exercise. So I had another therapist. You know, you're looking for, you know, I'm 54 years old. What am I going to do for exercise, right? And, you know, get up and get, you know, popcorn from the kitchen to go watch TV. My exercise. I don't run. Come on. Does anybody run here? Anybody a runner? Clap if you're a runner. Or we're a runner.
Or no a runner.
Or no a runner, right? Have you seen a runner? And you said you ran? Somebody clapped, they ran? Did you run long distance?
Yes.
Marathon?
Yes.
You insane person! My good, do you know the history of the marathon? Do you guys know the history of the marathon?
Yes.
Yeah, sort of. I think you don't know. I think you do, but I think you don't. Give me a history lesson right now, right? So we had, there were Greeks in the town of what?
Marathon.
Thank you. And they were fighting who?
Spartans.
Spartans, right? Okay. And the Spartans lost, actually, right? The town of Marathon, they won. But the Spartans said, we're going to go to Athens and kick their butt. So they turned their ships, right? Well, there's this one dude who was in Marathon, a Marathonian, I guess, right? And this one dude, he said, no, I got to go. I got to warn the Athenians that this is, you know, they didn't win. They're coming. So, oh, wow, there's no carriages. There's no horses. We just had a battle. So he starts running to Athens, takes off his armor, throws down his weapons, takes off his clothes. He's running naked. Which, by the way, is why the first marathons were naked. Can you imagine the Boston Marathon right now with 10,000 naked people? No! But anyway, so he runs to the town of Athens from Marathon. How far is that?
26 something miles.
Now, 25 miles, thank you. 25 miles, he had to go to the center of town, hence the other 1.2 miles. There's your 26.2 miles. But at 26.2 miles, guess what happens? He goes, the British are coming, the British are coming. And then he drops dead.
Yep.
Yeah. Why are you honoring that? Why do we do that? Hey, look, he died. Let's go do that again every year. Oh, man. And then there's the people who run the half marathon. 13.1, quitters. All right, for our final show, it's Sam Sardina's a team of one. Can't even see this anymore. Here you go. Dr. William D'Amato is seeking counseling from his former mentor, teacher, and friend, psychologist Dr. Wes Thompson. The two are estranged after a falling out. Enjoy our final play of the night, A Team of One.
Hello, Erwin. Hi, sir. It's Wes. Yeah, Dr. Thompson. I'm fine, thank you. Look, there's a horse running at Belmont. I want to place a bet on it. Yeah, I realize I'm a bit behind, but you know I'm good for it. Erwin, I've never stiffed you before. I'm not about to start now. Fine, horse loses. I'll be there first thing in the morning, pay you back everything I owe. Fair enough? Good. All right, now it's the 6th race. The horse's name is Tossed Salad. Yeah, 50 across the board. No worries, horse loses, I'll be there. Hey, horse wins, I got something coming my way, right? All right, thanks. Let's see, what else? Yes, Kate. My 2 o'clock. Oh, Bill's here. Oh, I didn't realize it was that late. Yes, send him in. All right, thanks, Kate. Oh, Dr. William D'Amato. Now this should be very interesting.
Wes?
Bill, how the hell are you? Come on in.
Hey, I'm fine, thank you. Hey, you look good.
Yeah, so do you. Hey, look at your hair. You're in your 50s, for God's sake. How do you keep such a full head of hair?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
I bought one of those infrared hair hats. You know, the ones you plug in every other day?
I've seen those advertised. It looks like a space helmet.
Exactly. You should see me in this thing. I look like an Italian Buck Rogers.
Seems like it's working for you.
Thank you. It sure's been a long time.
20 years.
You're kidding. Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Hard to believe. Where does the time go? Nice to see you. Guess you must have been surprised to hear from me.
I confess I was. Pleasantly, of course. Please, have a seat.
Oh, thank you. It's a nice office.
I'd make it work. By the way, you gave a great talk on sibling rivalry at that convention in Minneapolis a couple of years ago. It was very informative.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know you were there, and I didn't realize you knew I was speaking.
I keep tabs on all my former students.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
So, how are the kids? Last time I saw them, they were small. They must be college age by now.
Yes, sir. Bill Jr. is finishing up at UCLA, psychology major.
Just like his old man.
Geez, I hope he's better at this than I am.
If he's half as good as you, he'll be fine. UCLA, not Columbia, not your alma mater?
You know, he wanted Columbia. I sort of steered him toward UCLA. Great program, plus I figure get him out of this cold, give him a chance to go to the beach, chase some bikinis.
And how's your little girl? How's Audrey?
Audrey's fine. She is a sophomore at Northwestern, environmental studies. Go green.
Chicago, great town. So both the kids are going to college out of state, huh?
Yes.
And of course, how's Susan?
Oh, she's good. Thanks.
Good. Hope everybody made it through COVID, all right?
Yes, everyone's fine. Thank you for asking. Luckily, no one contracted it. The kids were home studying remotely. Susan was also working from home. I continued seeing patients via Zoom. So there we were, all under one roof, one big, happy family. Everyone all right on your end?
My wife was very sick for a while. I hit her pretty hard, but thankfully, she pulled through.
Oh, that's right. I heard you got married.
12 years now. Julie's her name.
Oh, geez, I'm glad Julie's all right.
Yeah, she's a vice principal of a middle school. They walked into her office one day, said, "Julie, you just tested positive. Go home, get well, and quarantine."
Oh, geez.
Not long after that, she started showing all the classic symptoms.
I'm sorry, Wes, but you didn't get it?
Thankfully, no. I did suspend my practice for about 6 weeks to take care of her. We have this cozy little mother-in-law apartment. Distancing was easy. I cooked for her, took care of the house, made sure she didn't get any sicker. And weeks later, she started feeling better, although her sense of taste and smell still haven't fully come back.
Oh, that's great, Wes. I mean, that's great that you took such good care of her, and that's great that she pulled through. You know what? Julie sounds like a wonderful woman.
And she is. And she can do a hell of a lot better than me.
Yeah, I'll bet she can. Oh, one good thing. With all the extra time on my hands, I took up golf.
Oh, that's wonderful. A great game.
Yeah, you were always trying to get me to play.
Well, Columbia was part of the curriculum. Psych 101 was Freud and Jung and buy a set of golf clubs.
I'm very good. I found an all-night driving range. I go around midnight to practice.
Oh, don't be too hard on yourself. It's a tough game. It took me a whole lot of years just to stink. Dark driving range at midnight. You know, the fun's out on the course with your buddies, socializing, the sun on your back, fresh air, getting some exercise.
Well, it gives me a chance to work on my game with not too many spectators around. I enjoy it, but I'm not ready to go on the course yet.
You'll get there. Look, Bill, my curiosity's killing me. What brings you in to see me today?
Well, Wes, I have a problem. A big problem, and you're one of the few people that I think can help me.
I'll be glad to help if I can.
Yeah, this is very strange. I'm not used to being on this end of it. I'm usually sitting where you are.
Well, we take in so much on a daily basis, listen to other people's problems. Psychologists need therapy as much as anyone, if not more.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Look, instead of approaching this as a session, why don't we just call it two professionals having a conversation?
Good idea.
All right, I'm listening.
Well, I'd like to talk to you about one of my patients. Let's call her Kelsey.
All right, so tell me about Kelsey.
All right. Wes, I'm going to stand up if you don't mind.
The floor is yours.
Well, she started coming to me about a year and a half ago. She's around 30, a lawyer, very intelligent, has abandonment issues. Mother died when she was very young. Father completely fell apart, never really had much time for her. She has obvious insecurities, low self-esteem, and has had lots of trouble maintaining relationships with men. I'm sure you've come across similar problems with your patients from time to time.
Sure have.
Well, in addition to this, Kelsey is very attractive. Stunning, actually. She's a petite little thing, short dark brown hair, big brown eyes, a smile that absolutely lights up the room. It sort of reminds me of Suzanne Plachette. Remember her?
Oh, of course, the old Bob Newhart show. You're right. She was a cutie.
Yes, when I mentioned the resemblance to Kelsey in passing, she said, "Who is she?"
A little before her time, huh?
Yes, made me feel quite ancient, thank you.
Understandable.
About 3 months ago, she comes into my office and she tells me she's in love with me.
Classic case of transference. I'm sure you recognized it right away.
Of course I did.
You know, Freud was a huge believer in transference. He wrote a lot of papers on that subject, very common for our field.
Yes. Hey, has that ever happened to you? Has a patient ever fallen in love with you?
What? Oh, yeah, sure. Lots of times. You kidding me? Smooth on.
Of course, I did everything in my power to try to dissuade her. I explained to her that all of these feelings may seem genuine, but they're probably not.
Good.
I went on to say that it's unconscious. It's not uncommon for this sort of thing to happen between a patient and a therapist.
Well, Bill, I've got to say, I'm relieved. I think you handled that as a true professional. I'm very proud of you.
Wes! I'm in love with her.
Bill!
Wes, please. Let me get this out. Been holding it in for months. I love her. I love Kelsey. I love talking to her. I love listening to her. I love her laugh. I take one look at her and she absolutely makes me melt. I think about her all the time. Sometimes I think about her so much I can't even sleep. She has an innocence and a naivete that makes me just want to hold her and never let her go. I love her, and I don't care who knows it, and I don't care about the consequences.
Well, I suppose you felt the need to unburden yourself there. I'm guessing it felt pretty good to let it out.
You know, it did. That is the first time I've ever said it out loud.
So you haven't told Kelsey you have feelings for her?
No, I've been trying to resist her feelings for me.
Oh, so we're not just dealing with transference, we're also dealing with counter-transference.
Yes.
Well, I guess the thing to do is to delve into the why. Why have you fallen in love with a patient who, quite frankly, is young enough to be your daughter?
Well, I have a theory that I'd like to share with you, but just keep in mind that delving into the why isn't going to make the feelings seem any less real.
Understood.
Well, I've been married for over 25 years, at the same job, although I still enjoy it. I'm in my 50s. I don't look as good as I used to. I don't feel as good as I used to. Although I've had success in my life sometimes seems humdrum. This young, beautiful woman walks into my office one day. She tells me she's in love with me. I think it's a clear-cut case of midlife crisis.
Oh, well, I have a theory on your theory. Do you mind if I share?
Yes, definitely.
Poppycock.
Poppycock?
Poppycock.
That's your professional opinion?
Yup.
Would you care to expand on that?
No, that sums it up.
8 years in medical school. So that whole long, drawn-out story, and that's your takeaway? Poppycock? My plumber could have told me that.
Bill, you attribute your feelings to Kelsey to a midlife crisis. I'm not taking notes, but if I were, the term classic denial would have just jumped onto my notepad.
You know, even when you were my teacher, you were condescending. I'm not a baby. I don't need to be coddled, but would a pep talk have killed you?
This isn't a football game, and we're not in a locker room. If you want a pep talk, hire a life coach. I'm a doctor. I'm just trying to help you.
Oh, well, poppycock really eased the tension. Thank you.
Look, Bill, I was your teacher, your mentor, and your friend. I've always had your best interests at heart.
Yes, you were my teacher, my mentor, and my friend. You could have been my colleague if you had hired me.
Oh, now it's out. I think it's about time we talk about the elephant in the room, don't you?
Yes, let's. 20 years ago, there was an opening at Columbia in the psychology department for an instructor. We could have worked side by side together. It would have been my dream job, but you chose Dr. Lawrence Kaplan over me.
Larry's a good doctor.
Yes, Larry is a good doctor. I'm not taking anything away from him. We were in the same graduating class together, but quite frankly, I was better.
Yes, you were better.
All right, then why hire him over me?
I tried to explain this to you 20 years ago, but you walked out on me. You slammed my office door in my face. You almost shattered the glass.
Well, I was angry. You were like a father to me.
And you were like a son to me. You never did a damn thing I ever told you to do. But I never told you you weren't good enough, and I never said the job was too big for you. What I said was, you were too big for the job.
What does that mean?
Bill, I needed somebody to teach kids, 18, 19-year-olds, newbies. I needed somebody a little more traditional, more vanilla. You wanted to be the rock star, the Elvis Presley of psychoanalysis.
Wes, forgive me for saying this. I know it sounds awful. Larry has the personality of a stop sign.
Exactly. He has a beard, smokes a pipe, wears a cardigan, drives a Prius. I'll bet when he says his prayers at night, he puts the Lord to sleep. But you know what? He was the right man for the job. Let me ask you something. If I had hired you for that position, would you still be there today?
Probably not.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Larry's still there teaching kids. He brown bags it every day with a ham and cheese sandwich and a grape soda.
I know.
And he still drives the same piece of crap Prius, too.
You're kidding.
Look, I digress. I stand by my decision. It was the right move. You would have left us within a year if I had hired you for that job. You probably have a 6-month-long waiting list of patients trying to get to see you. You travel all over the country, lecturing on psychology. Other professionals bust down the door to hear you speak. That job was not the right fit for you, and you know that.
All right, agreed. This is not an excuse, it's a reason. I was young, I was arrogant. I may have overreacted.
You may have overreacted. That's like saying Butterbean may have gained a few pounds.
All right, I admit it. Maybe that's one of the reasons I came here today. Maybe I wanted to mend a few fences. I owe you an apology.
So go ahead, apologize.
I am genuinely sorry. I was wrong.
Apology accepted.
But I resent you dismissing my theory so quickly. I think I'm dealing with a classic midlife crisis.
Bill, you're better than that. If it was a midlife crisis, I would have given you a pill and told you to go buy a Corvette.
Look, I know you have more experience than me, but you're way off on this one. You know what? If someone had walked into my office and told me that story, I would have diagnosed it in a second.
Really?
Yes, really.
All right. Dr. William D'Amato, psychoanalyst extraordinaire, I want you to meet your new patient, Bill D'Amato.
What are you talking about?
You are the patient.
What do you mean I'm the patient?
Bill D'Amato has just come into your office and spilled his guts all about Kelsey. He told me everything you confessed earlier. Now I want you to treat him.
Wes, that's silly.
No, it's not. We're just going to role play. I'm sure you've used it in your sessions from time to time. It could be very effective.
Well, of course I have, but it's not exactly the same thing, you know.
Bill, give it a shot. It's not going to hurt anything, right?
No, I guess not. All right. What do you want me to do?
Now, you, Dr. D'Amato, have just introduced yourself to your new patient, Bill D'Amato.
All right, so I'm Bill, and I'm talking to Dr. D'Amato.
You're Bill. Now, I want you to introduce yourself to Dr. D'Amato.
Hello, Dr. D'Amato. My name is Bill. I must say you are a strikingly handsome man. Oh, this is ridiculous.
All right, look, that's a good start. Let's fast forward a little bit now. Now, Bill has just told you all about Kelsey, all his feelings for Kelsey. And like, this is important. I want you to take a moment. And I want you to focus, really focus. Now, take a step back. And I want to see Dr. William D'Amato treat the problem. Go.
Well, Bill, that's certainly a heavy load that you're carrying. I'm glad that you came in here to see me today. I think talking about it will help. I can certainly understand where you're coming from. You and your wife Susan have become roommates. Your kids only seem to speak to you when they want something. Despite your success, you feel empty, unloved. This young, beautiful woman walks into your office one day. She tells you she's in love with you. I can certainly understand how that could stir up certain emotions inside you. Sure, she makes you feel young, alive again. You know what? I can see you sitting across from her and saying, "What if?" I want to tell you, you only live once. You should follow your heart. I want to tell you to go drop everything and be with Kelsey if that's what you really want to do. I want to tell you, if you don't do this right now, you might regret it for the rest of your life. I want to tell you that I can't. It's wrong. It's wrong on every level. She is your patient. You are not an option. This goes way beyond any code of ethics. This could cost you your license. This could cost you your practice. This could cost you your family. This could cost you everything you've spent your whole life building. More importantly, it would do irreversible damage to someone that you say that you love. You're a doctor. Act like it. In my professional opinion, Kelsey is your patient. Nothing more and nothing less. And if that doesn't work for you or her, you should refer her to another doctor. And you should do it immediately.
Bill.
Yeah.
There's your pep talk.
Boy, you are good.
That's good work. I'm glad you came to see me today, but I know you would have come to the same conclusion all by yourself.
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
Well, I'm sure.
Why? Why does everything have to be so difficult?
Difficult can be good. It's the difficult decisions that help teach us about who we are.
Of course, I know you're right. That's why you were such a great teacher.
And I was also always a sucker for flattery. Look, I do have a theory about why you might have fallen so hard for this young girl. Do you mind if I share it with you?
Can I stop you?
No. Look, I'm not just blowing sunshine in your face when I say this, but you're one of the finest psychologists I've ever known. Even when you were my student, I knew you were going to be something special.
Thank you.
I was always drawn to you, and I don't know what it was, whether it was your intelligence, your charisma, or maybe it was your cockiness.
My cockiness? What do you mean my cockiness? When was I ever cocky?
When were you ever cocky? Do you remember Mr. Simmons?
Mr. Simmons, the older, bald custodian?
Yeah, Mr. Simmons, the older, bald custodian. But he wasn't just bald, he was bald, like Mr. Clean Bald.
Oh, yeah. Well, what about him?
That time he caught you rollerblading down the hall right after he mopped and waxed the floor. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
When he finally cornered you, he ripped you a new one. He called you every name in the book. The veins were popping out of his head. Do you remember what you said to bald Mr. Simmons?
Vaguely. What did I say? What did I say?
You said, "Don't get so nervous. You might lose your hair."
All right, I admit it. Maybe I was a little bit cocky.
Yeah, a little bit. But let's talk about what makes you such a good psychologist. You're sympathetic. You're empathetic. You generally care about people. Inside your office, you seek intimacy. You're fully invested in your patients. But outside the office, you emotionally distance yourself from anyone who loves you. Thus, you avoid any real intimacy.
Well, what do you mean I emotionally distance myself outside of the office? I'm a husband and a father. And regardless of what I've said to you here today, I still love my family.
I know you love your family. Can I ask you a couple quick questions?
All right.
Now, you said Bill Jr. wanted Columbia, your alma mater, but where does he go to school?
California.
Distance. And how about Audrey? Where's she attending college?
Northwestern.
In Chicago. Distance. And you said you and Susan become more like roommates. Are you two sleeping in the same room? Distance. And you said you took up golf, and that's wonderful, but when do you practice? Alone at midnight.
Distance.
Yeah. Bill, you know that in our profession, we don't believe in coincidences. There's a psychology or a reason behind everything we do. Let's have a seat for a moment. I'm going to get off track a little bit here. I think it'll help make you feel a little less alone. Now, I'm going to share something with you just to let you know that everybody has issues, even your old mentor.
What issues are you having?
Well, would it surprise you if I told you I've been having a love affair lately with gambling?
Yes, it would surprise me. Is it a major problem or possibly even an addiction?
No.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Sure, go ahead.
Do you gamble every day?
Yes.
Have you ever lost more than you should?
Yes.
Have you placed a bet today?
Yes, just before you got here.
Have you thought about gambling since I've been in this room?
Yes.
But you're not an addict. Nah. You know, I'm not taking notes, but if I were, the term classic denial would just jump right onto my notepad.
All right, touche. Look, the point I'm trying to make is everybody carries a heavy burden from time to time, and we deal with it accordingly. Now, I know I got to get a handle on this. I usually know when to back away. I haven't spent my retirement money on gambling. It's just recreational, but I know I got to keep it that way.
All right, listen, that is good to hear, but I want you to know that I am here for you to talk about it, especially if it becomes more of a major problem.
Oh, I appreciate that.
And not for nothing. How did we get onto you? I thought we were talking about me.
All right, fair enough. Look, as I was saying, I think that over time, you've taken in so much pain and suffering from your patients that you've unintentionally, emotionally distanced yourself from your friends and family. Inside the office, you seek intimacy. Example, Kelsey. But outside the office, you seek distance. Example, Susan. Bill, you become a team of one.
A team of one?
Look, it's not as bad as it sounds. Look, like as your therapist, I can't tell you what to do, but I think I can give you some suggestions that could help. But I believe that the key to life is balance. So maybe you can lighten your workload a little bit. Stop and smell the roses. Play some golf. Go to a ball game. All work and no play makes Bill a dull boy. Rekindle a relationship with your children. You're their father. They love you. Let them know that you're here for them, and not just physically here, but emotionally here. And sit down and have a heart-to-heart with Susan. I'm sure she'd rather have a husband than a roommate. The Susan I remember would have already kicked you to the curb if she thought you were fully checked out emotionally, so I think there's still some hope there. And I'm guessing you still have feelings for her, and this Kelsey situation just clouded your judgment.
I do still have feelings for my wife, and this Kelsey situation has clouded my judgment.
You can reestablish a relationship with some of your fellow psychologists. I know I'd like to see you again.
Oh, you'd like to see me again? Or are we dating?
No, I like my dates to have a little less facial hair.
That would be great.
Well, Bill, I hope you can take me up on some of my suggestions, because I think it'll help you get some balance back in your life. But why don't we meet up again next week? We can have a beer. You can tell me how you resolve the Kelsey situation, and I'll keep you posted on my gambling issues. After that, maybe you can meet Julie.
Yeah, I'd like that.
I'll give you a call.
All right, Wes, I want to thank you. I want to sincerely thank you for everything.
I didn't do much.
Yes, you did.
All right, I did, but it was my pleasure. Look, my door's always open.
All right, you just make sure you don't close it on me now.
Never.
All right, talk soon.
All right.
Get so nervous.
You might lose your hair. Yes, Kate. Oh, Erwin, it's you. I'm sorry, I thought you were my receptionist. Oh, let me guess. My horse lost. She won? You're kidding me. Hey, that's a pretty big hit right there, isn't it? And so instead of me owing you, you owe me a little something, right? Yeah, okay. All right, I'll be there first thing. Oh, wait. Do I have time to get bet down on the 10th race? Suddenly I'm feeling so lucky.